afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Live at 4. It's Friday. A wintry Friday.
Very much so. For those of you who didn't watch Live at 4 yesterday, today is not Mark's last day with us. Because of this crazy weather, we weren't able to have the show we wanted to have.
He gets stuck for another week.
Mark has graciously extended his career for one more week.
I wish yesterday was my last day.
I don't blame you. I don't blame you.
It's good to be here.
And it's good to have you for one more week. And the weather, boy, that is the big story today. Many of you probably spent the day inside, those that were lucky enough to do that, as the storm lived up to what our first alert weather team has been predicting all week. The snow started early this morning. It's still coming down this afternoon. The city of Madison has declared a snow emergency for tonight, and that will affect where you can park downtown.
In addition to our meteorology team, the News 3 Now staff has been looking at how the storm is affecting you. Plus, there's been a big fire and evacuation in Beloit. We'll get to all of those reports. But first, we head out to the blustery weather patio. Alex Harrington checking those totals.
Yeah, I just ran all over here because I wanted to show you, folks, we have 14 inches of snow in the middle of the patio. This is from the 2 events that we've had. Work my way back over here. That means we've had probably upwards of about 8 inches of snow here at the studios. We keep our alert day conditions in, they're well in order, as you were saying. We're expecting another 4 to 8 inches of additional accumulation. The blowing and drifting will be quite severe overnight tonight, especially in those open areas. We've got blizzard warnings in effect for southwestern Wisconsin and northeastern Wisconsin, and really a high-end winter storm warning. We're teetering near blizzard conditions for really all of southern Wisconsin. This will carry on through your Saturday morning. We could be looking at 40 to 45 mile-per-hour wind gusts. The bad driving is going to continue clear on into your Saturday afternoon, because even though the snow will lighten up a bit, we're still going to see those gusty winds, 20, 30 miles per hour on your Saturday. And we've got a lot to clear out clearly between 2 winter storms this week. Falling temperatures too, because this is going to be the next weather story here, folks. Before we get to that, quarter-mile visibility right now in Madison. That's where you're seeing the 1 inch per hour snowfall rates, and I can attest to that. It's coming down at a pretty decent clip out here. Visibility is between 3/4 of a mile, half a mile, so we have moderate to heavy snow across all of southern Wisconsin. Additional accumulations, 4 to 8 inches expected. This is going clear into your Sunday. A total, again, anywhere from 2, 4, 6, 8 inches of snow yet over the course of this entire weekend. And this is a 1-2 punch here with our total accumulations of 9 to 12, 13, 14 inches of snow across southern Wisconsin. The second punch here are the bitterly cold temperatures as we go out into your Sunday morning, clear on into your Wednesday morning. We could be looking at wind chills as cold as 35 below. Coming up in Maine weather, Gary's going to track us through the rest of this winter storm and get us geared up for the bitterly cold that's on the way, folks.
So it's not over yet.
No, it's not over yet. It's coming down still at a good clip.
All right, Alex, thank you. There have been a few slide-offs on the interstate and major highways, and a crash is blocking Highway 1218 outside of Deerfield.
Reporter Arman Rahman is with photographer Lance Height tonight. They're making their way carefully along the side streets right now. Hi, guys. What are you seeing?
Yeah, hi, Mark and Susan. We are right now on Odana Road on the near west side, and I will say that right now visibility is okay. However, something, and I'll turn the camera around so you guys can see, something that it's not necessarily the falling snow that blocks your view, but it blends in with all of the falling snow on the ground, and it makes it just white once you get a few miles, or about a mile or so out. Right now we have seen what appeared to be a crash on one of the neighborhood side streets here on the near west side. It was uphill though, so we didn't really want to venture too far up right now. And like I said, it is a little bit bumpy because as those plows come through, we just saw one a few minutes ago, it does accumulate back very quickly and make it that padded snow that can be slick and it can be bumpy. And of course, as the blowing snow moves in later on tonight, we'll be here to tell you how those whiteout conditions and visibility ends up being. But like I said, right now, there are people on the roads. It is moderately busy right now on the roads. People seem to be going slow and keeping in mind here the weather, which is obviously what we want to see. For the rest of the night here, we'll be out giving you these real-time updates on the road conditions. And later on in the show tonight, as rush hour gets kicked off, we'll be on the Beltline to show you how the highway conditions are being. For now, live on the near west side, Armand Rahman, News 3 Now, sending it back to you guys in the studio.
All right, take good care, you guys. Be safe out there. And we've heard a lot of stories today about people's drives into work this afternoon for people who weren't able to stay home and had to travel to get to work.
News 3's now Catherine Merck joins us with a look at the latest conditions. Catherine, what are you seeing?
Mark and Susan, this is a look from the Department of Transportation and their map that they have taking a look at some of the major highways. We've been tracking this all day, so here's just a couple of updates on the biggest events that I'm seeing right now on Highway 18 over near Mount Horeb. This is what they classify in their breakdown here as an ice-covered area. So if you're heading home in that part this evening, it might be difficult for you. They classify it from ice-covered, which is the worst in the red here, to then snow-covered in blue, and then slippery stretches. In one of those snow-covered situations is what's labeled right now as an incident closure. There's been an accident there on Deerfield Road on 1218 East. So if you're heading that way home as well, something to look out for too. Something else we've been tracking all day is flight departures out of the airport. As you can see right now, 5 cancellations out of the airport. Obviously, these conditions are making it difficult for air travel. According to the tracking site FlightAware, more than 1,800 flights were canceled this morning across the country. That's the highest number since July of this year. So for travelers, today has been a busy day. Make sure to take things slow on the roads and make sure that you're staying safe.
Stay home if you can.
Right.
Catherine, thank you. Breaking news in Beloit. The people who were evacuated from their homes due to a fire this morning have been displaced yet again, this time due to a gas leak.
It is the latest disruption for them today as they also try to find a place to ride out today's storm. Our Maddie Heimsch is there as the story develops. Maddie?
Yeah, Mark, Susan, I just got word moments ago from city officials that the gas has been turned off in the area and residents are free to return home. This is the second all clear message of the day. Earlier today, residents were sent to shelter in a local elementary school after tires that were being stored at the scene behind me caught on fire, releasing hazardous smoke into the area. But less than 2 hours after their original return home, residents were required to evacuate yet again due to that gas leak at the scene of the contained fire.
At the beginning of this fire, we thought we were going to be here until probably tomorrow or the next day. But as you can see behind us, this fire is pretty well knocked down, and I feel we're going to be out of here by this evening.
I just spoke with Deputy Griffin again, and he told me the crew hopes they can. He told me the crew hoped they could contain the gas leak. They were just able to do so. He said crew members saw it bubbling up from the ground. They realized it was coming from the sewage system, meaning it could have made its way into nearby homes, causing that evacuation. We'll continue to update you on conditions in Beloit here on News 3 Now at 5 and 6. Live in Beloit, I'm Maddie Heimsch, News 3 Now.
Maddie, thank you. The Beloit Fire Department has been working hard all day, and the Madison Fire Department has even been helping out down there, but they're still prepped and ready to respond to emergencies here.
Our Braden Ross is live outside the Madison Fire Department with how fire and EMS have prepared for today's weather. Braden?
Yeah, let me tell you guys, the weather out here, it's not very pleasant, but there is some good news, though. If you need fire department or the ambulance, they are well prepared to be able to get to you. The Madison Fire Department increases their staffing on days like today. They have extra ambulances stationed on the west and east sides for quicker response. And if you're worried about EMS being able to get to you through unplowed areas, they actually have that covered, too.
Normally, we send an ambulance along for a medical call, but days like today, with events like today, we'll increase that staffing per call. So we'll be sending a big red rig, which would be an engine or a truck, along with that ambulance as well, just to increase the staffing and any needs that might arise of shoveling.
Now, a few other reminders for you from the fire department. When you're out shoveling your driveway and sidewalks today or tomorrow, make sure any fire hydrants near you are clear of snow for 3 feet around them, and keep the vents to the outside of your house clear too to avoid carbon monoxide buildup. Now, one more thing, as it gets colder in the next few days, you also want to make sure your fireplaces and any space heaters you're using are also clear, just to avoid another visit from the fire department. For now, reporting in Madison, Braden Ross, News 3 Now.
Braden, thank you. And a note for those of you who were planning to head downtown, to see Beetlejuice at the Overture Center tonight. The show has been canceled. Ticket holders should check their email for details regarding ticket options. And in addition, all of the Kids in the Rotunda performances that were scheduled for tomorrow are also canceled. Saturday and Sunday Beetlejuice performances will go on at this point as scheduled.
Don't say that 3 times.
Yeah, right.
There is other news on this Friday, including the future of the state's embattled top elections officials.
We'll find out what a Dane County court ruled on the future of Megan Wolf. That's when Live at 4 continues. Stay with us.
Often get asked,
is it really free to hire Gruber Law Offices after an accident?
the answer is very simple, yes. We don't get paid until we win your case. It costs you nothing up front to hire Gruber Law Offices. The call, the consultation, all free. You pay nothing until we win your case. It's just that simple. Call us today, Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
Can your roof handle our Wisconsin winters? If you're tired of repairing leaks and replacing shingles after each storm, call us, the metal experts at Sweeto Metal Roofing.
Sweeto Metal Roofing, the last roof you'll ever need.
I have moderate to severe Crohn's disease. Now there's Skyrizi.
Things are looking up, I've got symptom relief. Control of my Crohn's means everything to me. Control is everything to me.
Feel significant symptom relief at 4 weeks with Skyrizi, including less abdominal pain and fewer bowel movements. Skyrizi is the first IL-23 inhibitor that can deliver remission and visibly improve damage of the intestinal lining. And the majority of people experienced long-lasting remission at 1 year.
Serious allergic reactions and an increased risk of infections or a lower ability to fight them may occur. Tell your doctor if you have an infection or symptoms, had a vaccine, or plan to. Liver problems may occur in Crohn's disease.
Now's the time to ask your gastroenterologist how you can take control of your Crohn's with Skyrizi.
Control is everything to me.
Learn how AbbVie could help you save.
Dabble is a refreshed television destination.
You got to keep it fresh.
Where the fun always flows and everyone is welcome.
You were always so dedicated. We worked hard to build up the shop, save for college and our retirement. But we got there thanks to our advisor and Vanguard. Now I see who all that hard work was for. It was always for you. Seeing you carry on our legacy, I'm so proud.
At Vanguard, you're more than just an investor, you're an owner, setting up the future for the ones you love. That's the value of ownership.
A logo can do more than identify your company. It can connect in meaningful ways, energize your team, and inspire your customers. We're 4imprint, and we know your logo on the right product can create moments that matter. With 30 years of experience and thousands of products to choose from, we guarantee your order will be right the first time, on time, and for a great price. Be certain that the right moments will matter. Explore thousands of promotional products at 4imprint.com.
4imprint, for certain.
You're watching News 3 Now, live at 4.
Well, snow emergencies are in effect in Madison and all across southern Wisconsin. Oh, we're not doing this.
Okay, we're going to be talking to Dane County Executive Joe Parisi in just a minute. Sorry about that. We're having a little trouble getting him connected, but he'll join us in just a second.
All right, we are doing this. The UW men's basketball team scheduled to play Northwestern tomorrow night at the Kohl Center. There's been a familiar name and face helping Coach Greg Gard this season. He's added former UW basketball standout Kirk Penny to his staff. The 42-year-old Penny is a New Zealand native and started at UW from 1999 to 2003 before playing professionally for 15 years. Senior Tyler Wall told our Zach Hanley during a taping of the Wisconsin Huddle that Penny has been around the sport for a long time and has a great basketball mind.
I think now he's in a position where he can relay that information, and he's done a really good job. Me in particularly, I feel like he's given me some good pointers, good tips, and just keeping things consistent with my play, with my shot, and that's something that I've taken from him, and I think he's been really phenomenal for our team.
And you can hear more from Tyler Wall on the Wisconsin Huddle program tonight at 6:30. Well, thanks for helping out here. Stocks ended the week mixed on Wall Street. The Dow Industrials lost 118 points, closing the week out at 37,592. The NASDAQ was up 2.5 points. The S&P 500 added 3.5.
You sure you want to stay another week? It's one of those days.
I'm not sure I'm going to stay through the show.
Well, news coming late this Friday out of the Dane County Courthouse.
A Dane County judge has agreed to keep in place the current head of the state's election agency. Political reporter Will Keneally is here with the latest. Will?
Yeah, it's one of these big Friday court news dumps here. This is actually a win for that official Megan Wolf, who's been the target of Republicans who continue to question how the 2020 election has been run. Now, throughout the process, she's argued that she doesn't really make the decisions herself, but rather runs the plays that the 6-person board that oversees her agency calls. Now, under today's ruling, she can remain in place in what's called a holdover. That means she can extend her expired term in office until she gets replaced. And we spoke with her last year about what this process means for her day to day.
So I think what that shows is that this is a political effort by lawmakers to influence elections. And I believed in the position that we took from the start. I serve at the will of my 6-member bipartisan commission, and I'll continue to do so.
Yeah, so some of the key things from the judge's ruling that I want to pull out for you guys here. Republicans tried to fire her last September, but by rejecting her confirmation for another term, the judge ruled that that Senate vote actually is not valid. And the judge also struck down some other kind of procedural rulings that Republicans had considered to try and get rid of her.
And this is the decision.
Yes,
in other words, we're not going to wait for another appeal and then on and on and on. This is it.
This is. Well, it could be appealed to the state Supreme Court, but it wouldn't really work for Republicans because it now has a liberal majority on the high court there.
And you're back off to Iowa this weekend.
Yes, exactly. Iowa caucuses are going to be on Monday, and so we will be providing a For the Record preview this Sunday at 10:30 from Des Moines, Iowa. So it should be a good show.
Busy time of the year.
Busy. All right, Will, thank you very much. Snow emergencies are in effect, of course, in Madison and all across southern Wisconsin.
A winter storm warning remains in effect until noon tomorrow. Dane County Executive Joe Parisi joins us via Zoom. Welcome, Joe, to Live at 4.
Hey, good to see you. How are you?
Pretty good. Thanks for the kind words earlier this week. This is not my last day after all. They keeping me here another week. So
blame Mother Nature.
Well, good for you. It was an honor.
Thank you very much. So what's your word to county residents at this hour?
Be careful. The worst is yet to come, really. I mean, it's been a pretty messy day out there, as everyone knows. We've been doing a pretty good job of, doing our best to keep the roads clean. As you know, the snow is going to pick up tonight and be even heavier, and the winds are going to start picking up. So even after the snow ends, early this morning, it's still going to be pretty bad out there because the wind's going to increase, the temperatures are going to go down. So once our folks are done with the regular plowing, they're going to stick around for at least a couple of more days, getting out graders and big drift busters. Because we're really concerned about both drifting and whiteouts due to the heavy wind. So everyone, please be super careful.
And this storm is a 1-2 punch, as we've been saying. After the snow comes the bitterly cold weather. Next weekend. Are there any next week? Are there any plans to have warming shelters at this point, or anything you want to let people know about?
Yeah, it's mostly, watch out for your neighbors. Obviously we have plans in place, especially for people who are experiencing homelessness, within our shelters, and looking out for people and watching out for the most vulnerable. But, we have an array of emergency services that are always available and at the ready, and people on call. But we also do encourage people, as I said, to watch out for your neighbors. When this cold comes, the utilities are also asking people to check and make sure your furnace vents are clear. If your gas meter has drifted over, please try to clear it because the cold weather can wreak havoc on those when they're covered with snow. So I think everyone just stay tuned. And, you know, it's a Wisconsin winter. We've been through this before, but we do have to be a bit careful for the next few days.
Especially in the rural areas of Dane County.
Yeah, absolutely.
Spring's only a couple months away.
Who's counting?
Joe, thanks for being with us today. Stay safe.
Thanks. Take care.
Thank you, Joe. Have a good weekend.
Well, you might want to head to the movies once the roads are safe again.
There is a new Mean Girls movie now playing. We'll find out all about it coming up on Live at 4.
I'm Jonathan Lawson, here to tell you about life insurance through the Colonial Penn program. If you're age 50 to 85 and looking to buy life insurance on a fixed budget, remember the 3 Ps.
The 3 what?
The 3 Ps.
What are the 3 Ps?
The 3 Ps of life insurance on a fixed budget are price, price, and price. A price you can afford, a price that can't increase, and a price that fits your budget.
I'm 54 and was a smoker, but quit. What's my price?
You can get coverage for $9.95 a month.
I'm 65, retired, and take medications. What's my price?
Also $9.95 a month.
I just turned 80 and I'm on a fixed income. What's my price?
$9.95 a month for you too. If you're age 50 to 85, call now about the #1 most popular whole life insurance plan available through the Colonial Penn program. Options start at $9.95 a month. That's less than 35 cents a day. You cannot be turned down because of your health. No medical exam, no health questions. Your acceptance is guaranteed. And this plan has a guaranteed lifetime rate lock, so your rate can never go up for any reason. Options start at $9.95 a month. Plus, you get a 30-day money-back guarantee. So call now for free information, and you'll also get this free beneficiary planner. Use this valuable guide to record your important information and give helpful direction to your loved ones with your final wishes. And it's yours free, just for calling. So call now for free information.
Call 1-800-914-3131 for your free information and your free gift. That's 1-800-914-3131. There's no risk or obligation. 1-800-914-3131. Call now.
Choice Hotels is a family of brands that helps you get the most for your money so you can be any traveler you want to be. You could be a free hot breakfast hero at a comfort hotel.
Yes!
That's how you waffle. A romantic weekend escaper at a Cambria hotel. Or Mr. Get the Party Started. Hey! Be a pool lounger. Or a big room relaxer. With 22 brands and the best value for your money, Choice Hotels has a stay for any you. Book direct at choicehotels.com, where travels come true. Gotta get the corners.
Need to update your furniture? Menards is your one-stop shop with all of the latest furniture styles at the lowest prices. Plus a great selection in stock, ready to take home today. So go ahead, relax in a recliner, get cozy in a love seat, or simply unwind with a comfy sofa. Save big money and check out the Ritzy collection today. Right now, get this sofa for $499.99 after $100 mail-in rebate. Hurry in. These deals won't last long.
Save big money at Menards.
Well, take a look at this. A group of hardy Russians took part in one of the world's most extreme running contests today. Get this. The temperature at the time was minus 62 degrees. Not the wind chill, the actual temperature. Runners underwent medical checks before the start of the race and were provided with broth, hot tea, and snacks at refreshment points along the route in Siberia. Wrapped from head to toe against the cold, a total of 38 people competed in the marathon and half-marathon events. Runners say it's hard for the first 10 kilometers, then it gets easier as they learn how to breathe in the cold, and you need to remove the ice from your eyes because otherwise they'd freeze shut.
Oh, but otherwise it's
62 below.
They need physical checks. I think you would need a mental check to run something like that.
Well, it's Siberia.
Yeah, okay.
Minus 62. That's
right. It's a dry cold too. I'll be saying that. Well,
all right. Snow continues here.
Yeah, we're going to see snow continue pretty steady through the night. It'll start to wind down tomorrow. The winds will continue strong, and then the bitter cold kicks in. Other than that, there's not much going on in weather.
Pretty quiet.
The first one forecast in a couple of minutes here.
Your logo can identify your company, inspire your customers, and energize your team. We're 4imprint, and we can help your logo create moments that matter. Explore thousands of promotional products at 4imprint.com.
4imprint, for certain.
Want to instantly look more attractive, years younger, and even healthier? The solution is whiter teeth. Even teeth that are just a little yellow are a problem. They rob your appearance, make you look older, and can hurt your confidence. But you love coffee and tea, maybe even wine or smoking, and all of them stain your teeth and make them yellow. It's time you discovered Power Swabs, the fast 5-minute revolutionary treatment.
The first time I tried it, I was so surprised. My husband was so excited that he wanted to run out and get it. He said, "What have you been trying?" I said, "Well, I've tried this product called Power Swab." And he said, "I can't believe how white your teeth are." So from that point on, I've been sold.
My absolute favorite thing was how easy it was. It takes literally less than 5 minutes.
Power Swabs has made a really big difference in lifting the stains and making my smile more beautiful.
Power Swabs are guaranteed to whiten your teeth up to 2 shades after the first application. And after 5-minute daily treatments for the next week, your teeth will be an average of 6 shades whiter. Plus, unlike other whitening methods, Power Swabs will whiten natural teeth and remove stains from veneers, bonding, caps, and crowns. Power Swabs are easier on your gums and cause less sensitivity.
I've used strips and trays, and they both gave me really sensitive teeth. With the Power Swabs, I've been using them for a week and nothing. I had hot coffee this morning and ice cream last night and no problems.
It's time to discover what you've been missing. Now, it's your turn to get started with Power Swabs.
I like my smile. I like my smile after finishing the Power Swabs.
This is a Power Swab smile.
This is a Power Swab smile.
This is a Power Swab smile.
Call, go online, or scan the code on your screen right now to receive 50% off this new year. You'll also receive the Power Swabs Stain Out Quick Stick, absolutely free. And in addition, you will also get free shipping. Order right now and take the Power Swabs 5-minute challenge. If your teeth aren't a full 2 shades whiter after your first application, simply return it and you'll get your money back.
Salonpas, makers of powerful pain relief patches for 89 years, believes in continuous improvement, like rounded corners that resist peeling, with an array of active ingredients and sizes to relieve your pain. Salonpas, it's good medicine.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Live at 4:27 as we continue our coverage of today's storm.
Boy, it has certainly lived up to expectations. The snow started early this morning. It is still coming down. And in addition to our meteorologists, the News 3 Now staff has been all over the viewing area this afternoon looking at how the storm is affecting you.
Right after we check in with Alex Harrington out on the weather.
Yes, Mark, it is really a team effort that we have here. We had Alex out on the patio earlier. He's working on graphics for the next show, and I'm looking at our major winter storm. We still have a first warn weather alert day in the forecast through tomorrow. Additional snowfall of 4 to perhaps as much as 8 inches over our far eastern viewing area. Total snowfall through late tomorrow afternoon, about 8 to 12 inches. Some areas could see a little bit more than that. It'll be windy with significant blowing and drifting snow, and again, that will continue through the day tomorrow. Snow vision, snowfall estimates, closer to the radar, it does a little better job. Of course, La Crosse radar up here. So we're seeing general 6 to 9 inch areas, maybe some lighter amounts in the middle, but that's hard to tell. It's just maybe because we're a little farther from the radar. But generally, we're looking at anywhere from about 3 to 9 inches of snow across southern Wisconsin. We'll get some specific numbers later on. High resolution radar, you can see the bands of heavier snow that kind of fill in there. The rest of southern Wisconsin getting light to moderate snow. Visibilities tell the story. The lower the visibility, the heavier the snow. Notice Madison dropping to a 1/4 mile. That's heavy snow. Half-mile visibility like in Lone Rock and Mineral Point, that's moderate snow. 3/4 of a mile, light to moderate. Once you start getting above 3/4 of a mile, generally light snow is occurring. But you can see the snow extends back into much of Iowa, so it still has a ways to go before things start to wind down. Tomorrow it'll become a little more spotty in nature, some off and on snow showers. Future track, beginning now, you can see the snow continuing pretty steady through 6 p.m. Maybe this evening a couple of breaks in there. The temperatures, though, start to drop. And that's important because the snow will become much fluffier and lighter at that point. We're in the mid-20s by midnight. Snow still pretty steady across much of southern Wisconsin. And then as we start to get into tomorrow morning, again, a little more spotty, off and on snow showers. There could be, pockets where the snow still comes down at a pretty good clip. In other areas, maybe where it's just flurries or even stops for a short period of time. But notice those temperatures continuing to drop. Lower to middle 20s by the time we get into tomorrow morning. By lunchtime, temperatures around 20. Then you start getting into the latter part of the afternoon, temperatures drop into the mid-teens. And at that point, salt really doesn't start to do much of a job, and those temperatures just continue to drop as well. Future track snowfall, this is additional on top of what we already have. Generally about 2 to 4 inches of snow. There might be some pockets of 6 to 8 inches of snow, especially over the eastern portions of our viewing area. That might be get a little bit of an enhancement over Lake Michigan. Still looking at a general, say 8 to 12 inches of snow, probably 7 or 8, or about 8 inches up north of the Dells, generally about 9 to 12 inches elsewhere, and then heavier totals, perhaps over a foot closer to Lake Michigan. The winds, they're also going to be a problem. Notice these wind gusts by 6 p.m. around 40 miles per hour. We're seeing some wind gusts 45 miles per hour or so overnight. They start to die down a little bit overnight, but still remain between about 30 and 40 miles per hour. And with that lighter snow, it'll be blown around by these strong winds that will continue through the day on Saturday. Then we have the bitterly cold air. First warned weather alert days in the forecast all the way through Wednesday morning of next week. Temperatures that could drop to 15 below zero. Actual air temperatures, wind chills as cold as 35 below zero. Future track wind chills beginning tomorrow afternoon. Already by noon, we're seeing below zero wind chills. By 6 p.m., those wind chills down to about 10 below zero. By midnight, around 20 to 25 below zero, and maybe close to 30 below zero by early on Sunday morning. So again, this is a significant weather system. Blizzard warnings remain in effect until midnight for Grant County, and then the rest of the area north of Grant County, winter storm warning till midnight. The rest of us are under a winter storm warning through noon tomorrow. Areas west of Lone Rock and Platteville and Wisconsin Dells, winter weather advisory overnight through 6 p.m. tomorrow, mainly for blowing snow. Look for a low of 22, very windy. The snow continuing, an additional 2 to 4 inches by morning or more, especially east of Madison. Tomorrow's high of 23 early, then those temperatures drop, and those winds could gust to 40 miles per hour. First warned 7 to 10 day forecast. Here comes the bitter cold. Look at the low temperatures. 14 below zero, daytime highs around zero. We'll see wind chills in the morning, perhaps down to 30 to 35 below zero, and daytime wind chills from 5 to 15 below zero. Later next week, temperatures come up, but not by much, still well below normal. And of course, having this thick snow cover on the ground, that's going to make a big difference. For the first part of the winter, we were saying, boy, if we had snow on the ground, it'd be a lot colder. Now we've got snow on the ground.
It's going to be a lot colder.
And it's going to be a lot colder.
All right. Thank you, Gary.
Thanks, Gary.
Well, we are in the middle of what would be rush hour.
But I guess a lot of people are heeding the advice to stay home. Not everybody can, unfortunately, so let's get a check on road conditions right now. Arman Rahman is checking how traffic is moving along the Beltline. He's there with photographer Lance Height. Hi, Arman. How does it look?
Hi, Mark and Susan. Yeah, we are on the Beltline heading east. Right now, we are near the exit 259, which I believe is the Todd Drive exit. I'm going to flip the camera around. I will say, heading eastbound, the conditions are a bit messier than they were heading westbound. It seemed like westbound was just freshly plowed. However, right now, things here are a bit more sloppy on the roads, and it is a little bit bumpy, a little bit slick. Something I do want to mention, though, on and off ramps, when you're exiting and merging, those are a lot messier. There's a lot more snow built up on those ramps, and it is a lot more slick. So you really have to be careful getting on and off of the highway right now. We're heading about 40 miles an hour right now. People are roughly about the same speed as us right now, but there are a few pickup trucks that like to whiz past here. So again, visibility right now, as you can see, not too bad. However, again, as that blowing snow moves in, it'll probably be a lot worse. We'll keep monitoring the Beltline here as well as side roads throughout the rest of our newscast tonight on News 3 Now. For now, live on the Beltline, Armand Rahman, News 3 Now.
Okay, Armand.
Be careful out there.
Thank you. Catherine Merck is looking at the 511 travel map. Boy, it's colorful tonight.
By car and by plane.
Right, absolutely, that's for sure. And we're seeing a lot of these things that Armand's seeing out in the roads all over our area right now. Some of the key spots that we've been tracking over the past couple of hours, this is on the Wisconsin Department of Transportation's map. Over near Mount Horeb, heading west out of Verona. If you're leaving work tonight, that might cause some travel delays for you. Lots of red there. According to the Department of Transportation, that means ice-covered roads in that area. Some of the other conditions we're tracking around this map, lots of snow-covered areas. That's all of this blue that you're seeing on this colorful map. So lots of things for drivers to avoid and make sure that they're being safe with on their ways home. On one of those snow-covered roads, there was a crash that happened on Highway 12 West. The road's closed there at Deerfield Road because of a crash that was last updated in the last hour. So we're going to continue to follow this on the Department of Transportation's map throughout the rest of the evening. We've also been tracking flight departures out of the Dane County Regional Airport, and there are cancellations there as well. So make sure if you're traveling to either not, or if you are, be safe about it for sure. Mark and Susan.
Catherine, thank you. The other major story of the day, a major fire in Beloit. It started earlier this morning at a business near Yates and Copeland Avenues. Officials evacuated homes immediately to the south of the fire due to the smoke and air quality concerns, but after the fire was contained, residents were allowed to return. But that area was evacuated a second time this afternoon due to a gas leak, but now everyone's been allowed to return back home.
What a stressful situation there.
Especially
today.
a day like today.
Oh, terrible.
Well, coming up next, the latest incarnation of Mean Girls.
And then coming up next hour at 5, it's been difficult to get around today, as you know. We'll see if the Meals on Wheels program was able to deliver food. That's coming up at the top of the hour.
Every single day, we help families that have been tragically impacted in truck crashes. And you'll never pay us a fee until we win your case. Truck crash? Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
A logo can do more than identify your company. It can connect in meaningful ways, energize your team, and inspire your customers. We're 4imprint, and we know your logo on the right product can create moments that matter. With 30 years of experience and thousands of products to choose from, we guarantee your order will be right the first time, on time, and for a great price. Be certain that the right moments will matter. Explore thousands of promotional products at 4imprint.com.
4imprint, for certain.
I told myself I was okay with my moderate to severe rheumatoid arthritis symptoms.
With my psoriatic arthritis symptoms.
But just okay isn't okay. And I was done settling.
If you still have symptoms after a TNF blocker like Humira or Enbrel, Rinvoq is different and may help. Rinvoq is a once-daily pill that can rapidly relieve joint pain, stiffness, and swelling in RA and PSA, relieve fatigue for some, and stop joint damage. And in PSA, can leave skin clear or almost clear.
Rinvoq can lower your ability to fight infections, including TB, serious infections and blood clots, some fatal, cancers including lymphoma and skin, heart attack, stroke, and GI tears occurred. People 50 and older with a heart disease risk factor have an increased risk of death. Serious allergic reactions can occur. Tell your doctor if you are or may become pregnant.
Done settling?
Ask your rheumatologist for Rinvoq.
And take back what's yours.
AbbVie could help you save.
You were always so dedicated. We worked hard to build up the shop, save for college and our retirement. But we got there thanks to our advisor and Vanguard. Now I see who all that hard work was for. It was always for you. Seeing you carry on our legacy, I'm so proud.
At Vanguard, you're more than just an investor, you're an owner, setting up the future for the ones you love. That's the value of ownership.
After a serious truck crash, you need a team who knows how to handle trucking cases and gets results. You need Gruber Law Offices. There's never a fee until we win. Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
New at 5, a Beloit business goes up in smoke. News 3 Now is on scene as firefighters continue to battle the fire. Find out the latest on air quality and evacuation update.
The major winter storm will continue through Saturday with more snow and strong winds that'll cause blowing and drifting snow. Bitterly cold weather will arrive by Sunday morning. At 5, I'll let you know how much more snow is expected and how cold it'll get.
And ahead at 6, we're on the road with our live drive, giving you the most up-to-date information on road conditions and closures tonight at 6.
Here's a live look at the from the Edgewater Skycam. There's a Capitol out there somewhere.
You can
look at that
barely
anemometer
see the
spinning
dome.
around there.
Right, on the right-hand side, yeah. That is a wintry picture.
Kevin, pick me up. Some beloved characters are making their way back to the big screen with a soundtrack you can sing and dance to.
Alicia Stanford has a look at the new Mean Girls.
May I have everyone's attention, please? We have a new student.
In Mean Girls, Katie Heron is experiencing high school for the first time after growing up in Africa, and she's a bit like a gazelle in a lion's den.
Get in, loser.
She quickly attracts the attention of Queen Bee Regina George, who invites her to join her clique, the Plastics. But after Regina breaks the girl code and goes after Katie's crush, the claws come out, and revenge is the law of the jungle.
We're gonna make her pay.
And Gallery Rice stars as Katie, tackling a musical with something new for the Australian actress.
Every project I take, I try and I hope there's a new challenge with it. So with Mean Girls, the challenge was the musical element.
Renee Rapp played the role of Regina George in the Tony-nominated Broadway show and returns to it for the big screen.
It's also a really fun character because, like, you have to make someone really funny, very sassy, intimidating, and calculated, but, like, appear careless.
Tina Fey wrote the script for the 2004 film Mean Girls, adapted it for the Broadway show, and adapted it again for the new movie.
Sometimes I feel like I'm losing my mind. I do feel like I know a lot of people care about it and care about these characters, but no one more than me.
We as women have to support each other.
In Hollywood, I'm Alicia Stanford.
So it's a musical. It's a film based on the Broadway play.
The Broadway musical.
Based on the film.
And the book.
And the book.
Right.
Still to come at 4, tailgating at Lambeau Field gets a national spotlight.
We'll take a look at how life at Lambeau was featured on CBS Mornings today. That's when Live at 4 continues.
Right here is confidence in a bottle.
It makes me feel so much more confident than I've ever felt.
They are some of the hottest videos on social media. Those videos claiming to instantly get rid of bags under your eyes. Annette Figueroa is here to tell us why she says this one is for real.
This one is for real, and I'm so excited. We even have a video, and all he uses is a small amount on a clean, dry face. And what it does is it tightens and lifts the appearance of bags underneath your eyes. And I did this to my father. We were at home, so we applied it to his under eye bags, and let me tell you, we were so excited. In under 10 minutes, they visibly disappeared from view, and now it is literally part of both of our daily routines. And not only does it work on the bags, it works on the appearance of crow's feet, fine lines, and wrinkles.
This new year is the best time to try Plexiderm at our startup price of only $14.95. Your solution is at plexidermtrial.com or call the number on your screen.
Sure, you can come for the fun, but you'll stay for the food.
And the brews.
And of course, our famous fish fry.
And it's all right here at the Middleton Sport Bowl, one of Middleton's original neighborhood bar and grills, with daily lunch, dinner, and drink specials. Middleton Sport Bowl on University Avenue, just east of Park Street.
This is Kathy. She's about to see her dentist. She's afraid. Not because of the drill, but because of the bill. A big bill. But Kathy doesn't need to be afraid, and neither do you, thanks to affordable dental insurance from Physicians Mutual Insurance Company. It's easy to get this coverage. Don't believe me? Call or go online for all the details. You could even have this free information kit. This isn't a discount plan or preventive-only coverage. This is real dental insurance. It helps pay for over 400 procedures. That's a lot. I'm talking cleanings, fillings, crowns, bridges, root canals, even dentures. Bottom line, you'll have help paying for routine care and expensive major work. But if you want deductibles, forget it. There aren't any. No annual maximum either. Plus, you can see any dentist you want. Stop fearing the big bill. Start saving at the dentist. Call now or go to sendinfokit.com.
Physicians Mutual, Physicians Mutual.
Can your roof handle our Wisconsin winters? If you're tired of repairing leaks and replacing shingles after each storm, call us, the metal experts at Sweeto Metal Roofing.
Sweeto Metal Roofing, the last roof you'll ever need.
Experience, knowledge, and results. That's what you need when you've been in a serious truck accident. Call Gruber Law Offices. We've successfully helped people injured by big trucks for more than 35 years. Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
Well, our first warned traffic, basically, if you can stay home and be off the roads, that's probably the best idea. Right now, the Beltline, slow, generally. There's little traffic out there, which helps, but still, it's very easy, especially on bridges and ramps that you could slide off. In fact, if we take a look down south of Madison, seeing some delays here and there along I-39-90, as well as I-94 eastward toward Milwaukee, and of course, that road closure, US 12 from Deerfield Road to County W because of an accident there. North of Madison, pretty much the same story. US 14, I-39-90, 94. There are areas where the traffic just really slows down. As far as travel times are concerned on the Beltline, add about 10 minutes to the normal travel time, and then as you're heading out of Madison, pretty much the same story. About a 40-minute trip from the Beltline to Janesville on I-39-90. The other times, add about 10 minutes to your normal travel time as well. That's your News 3 Now First Warned Traffic.
Slow is good. Thank you, Garrett. Well, the Packers take on the Dallas Cowboys Sunday afternoon in a wild card game in the NFL playoffs.
CBS Mornings sent their Mark Strassman to Lambeau Field earlier in the season to check out the legendary tailgating before the game.
Here's just a bit of that report.
How do you explain what makes Packer tailgating special?
It takes over the city. It defines who we are.
So when you got the chance to own a house on Lombardi Avenue across from the stadium, you said, yes, sir, I am.
Opportunity.
Yep.
Yes, thank you.
That's well said.
It's a way of life. And I'm guessing there might be some Packers tailgating in Jerry's house down in Dallas this weekend.
Oh, it's so exciting. I can't wait. Okay, well, this weather has been difficult for a lot of people. Hope you got through the storm okay today, but others see it as an opportunity to embrace winter.
Our Brady Mallory and Charlotte Deleste are part of that latter category, having fun out in the snow.
Hey, listen, I'm thriving out here. And of course, be safe, dress in layers. But if you are going outside, you know, you can make it fashion. You can wear something fashionable out. And there's a practical purpose to this. Visibility, people can see you. It is getting dark out, so you want to be safe while you're having some fun. There's a lot of fun to be had out here. For instance, you can make a snowman. I just made a mini one. I'm not going to get too crazy right now. Or I saw a lot of people out walking. They were cross-country skiing. I have my snowshoes on, so you can just go on a little hike in the rain, in the woods, you know, as one does. Now, Queen of the Mountain over there, my friend Charlotte Deleste, has some other advice for enjoying this winter weather.
You know, Brady and I, we never got a snow day out of all of this because a lot of people did, so we're doing our best to thrive out here during these conditions. And besides, there's so many activities you can do. We all know this. The snowshoeing, sledding, obviously, and you have to be smart about this, right? Layers, layers, and you have to be seen. And you know what? It's time for us to have fun, Mark and Susan.
All right, let's give it a go.
Sled from home. I'm on our big pile. I tried to make a snow fort, but I got to tell you, not good snow for snow fort stuff. But you know, we're just gonna slide into life, Brady, right?
Oh, you're doing real good up there. Oh no, did you get stuck?
We're gonna do this. Representative of my life. Here we go.
Woo! Oh, 10 out of 10. It's good work.
Thank you. Now if I can get up.
Yeah, that's kind of the hard part.
Stuff here.
See, if you're out sledding, you want to have a friend who can help you out in case you take a tumble.
Thank you.
All right. So that's some of our advice for, getting out, just having a good time while you can?
Yeah, and this is going to be happening still through to tomorrow. So have fun, be smart, and stay safe.
Yes, exactly. And coming up at 5, we are going to have some tips about keeping your pets safe. And we have a special guest, so you'll want to tune in.
We can't wait.
All right.
Nicely done,
Charlotte,
you two.
Brady, great job. Snow angel time. I know you can do a snow angel with snowshoes on. It's difficult. Well, it's just big kids having fun. We'll have a final check of your forecast coming up.
epic sell-off at Denver Mattress, and that means everything is on sale. Like the Summit, now only $332.49, or save $100 on any Doctor's Choice hybrid. Plus, no interest until January 2028 and free shipping. The epic sell-off, on now at Denver Mattress.
Spectrum Mobile brings you our best deal to start the new year. Now you can get unlimited mobile for $15 per line. Switch to Spectrum Mobile Unlimited for just $15 per line with no added taxes or hidden fees and no contracts. Save over $1,400 for the first year. Call 855-231-7007. Spectrum Mobile includes nationwide 5G and the fastest wireless speeds with unlimited talk, text, and data. Switch to Spectrum Mobile Unlimited for just $15 per line. Call 855-231-7007 or visit a Spectrum store near you.
Your logo can identify your company, inspire your customers, and energize your team. We're 4imprint, and we can help your logo create moments that matter. Explore thousands of promotional products at 4imprint.com.
4imprint, for certain.
It's here, Wisconsin's newest and most exclusive sports show. Wisconsin Huddle. It's more than just highlights. It's more than X's and O's. It's a dynamic 30-minute weekly special produced for the die-hard fans of Wisconsin athletics. Embark on an exclusive journey into the lives of some of UW's top athletes as we offer an inside look into their world. Watch Wisconsin Huddle Friday nights at 6:30. Brought to you by Ho Chunk Gaming Madison.
It's the epic sell-off at Denver Mattress, and that means everything is on sale. Like the Summit, now only $332.49, or save $100 on any Doctor's Choice hybrid. Plus, no interest until January 2028 and free shipping. The epic sell-off, on now at Denver Mattress.
The winter storm will continue through tomorrow and be followed by bitterly cold temperatures by early Sunday morning. At 5, I'll let you know how much snow to expect.
Then a Beloit business goes up in smoke. News 3 Now is on scene as firefighters continue to battle the fire that's coming up next.
From damaging drought to catastrophic flooding and severe storms in every season, the News 3 Now First Warn Weather Team gives you a deeper understanding of Wisconsin's ever-changing weather with special reports that go beyond the barometer. Only on News 3 Now.
Steady snow continues across southern Wisconsin. We got the wrong graphics there. We need to go to, there we go. You can see temperatures right around freezing or just a little bit below, but notice those visibilities. Madison has improved from a quarter mile to 3/4 of a mile as the snow lightens up a little bit. The heaviest snow over southeastern Wisconsin. Additional snowfall through this evening, probably looking at another, say, 2 to 3 inches over southwestern Wisconsin, around 3 to 4 inches around Madison, and maybe as much as 6 to 8 inches over parts of our northeastern viewing area. When all is said and done, we're still looking at somewhere around 8 inches north of the Dells to 9 inches to a foot most other areas, and maybe amounts around a foot or even a little bit higher as you get closer to Lake Michigan. Winter storm warnings are in effect for most of southern Wisconsin through noon tomorrow, but a blizzard warning is in effect through midnight for Grant County, and then winter weather advisories for areas west of Lone Rock from midnight through 6 p.m. tomorrow.
All right, Gary, thank you. Monday here on Live at 4, our Will Loper reports from the Critics' Choice Awards handed out this weekend in L.A. He's one of the critics that are voting on this.
That's right. He'll be there. And Angie Horkin from the Wisconsin Beef Council has some great recipes to kick off a healthy new year. That's coming up Monday on Live at 4.
A logo can do more than identify your company. It can connect in meaningful ways, energize your team, and inspire your customers. We're 4imprint, and we know your logo on the right product can create moments that matter. With 30 years of experience and thousands of products to choose from, we guarantee your order will be right the first time, on time, and for a great price. Be certain that the right moments will matter. Explore thousands of promotional products at 4imprint.com.
4imprint, for certain.
You were always so dedicated. We worked hard to build up the shop, save for college and our retirement. But we got there thanks to our advisor and Vanguard. Now I see who all that hard work was for. It was always for you. Seeing you carry on our legacy, I'm so proud.
At Vanguard, you're more than just an investor, you're an owner, setting up the future for the ones you love. That's the value of ownership.
Choice Hotels is a family of brands that helps you get the most for your money so you can be any traveler you want to be. You could be a free hot breakfast hero at a comfort hotel.
Yes!
That's how you waffle. A romantic weekend escaper at a Cambria hotel. Or Mr. Get the Party Started. Hey! Be a pool lounger. Or a big room relaxer. With 22 brands and the best value for your money, Choice Hotels has a stay for any you. Book direct at choicehotels.com, where travels come true. Gotta get the corners.
Ah, it's a good day to cough. Oh, no.
Bye-bye, cough.
Later chest congestion. Hello, 12 hours of relief.
12 hours? Okay, not coughing at yoga. Antiquing, not coughing. Not coughing at the movies? Hashtag still not coughing? Ah!
Mucinex DM gives you 12 hours of relief from chest congestion in any type of cough, day or night. It's not cough season. It's always comeback season.
Well, neither rain nor sleet nor a foot of snow will keep the news hounds from their appointed rounds or something like that.
They're hard workers. Here's Louie and Oliver with this snow day edition of the News Hounds.
Here's the News Hounds, Louie and Oliver, with their World News Roundup.
This week on the News Hounds, 'tis the season.
It's foxes that fly, kind of.
And every dog has its day.
But first, speaking of dogs, some fashionable canines hit the catwalk, as it were, at an event featuring dogs as well as models sporting elegant designer outfits in Budapest. The event is aimed at finding good homes for the furry friends that live in an animal shelter there. An organizer of the event says there are many fashion shows, but this one is for animal welfare. It's about being a little more mindful of homeless animals. All profits from the event are divided among animal shelters in the city.
Now that the holiday season is over, the care staff at Brookfield Zoo are repurposing dozens of the Christmas trees that were decorated for the zoo's annual holiday magic display. The reindeer and bison rub their antlers and horns, respectively, in the greenery. Brutus, one of the zoo's African lions, and Whirl, a tiger, retrieved bones from their trees that were hung upside down in their habitat. And Hudson, one of the polar bears, and Jess and Tim, one-year-old brown bear siblings who recently arrived at the zoo, had their trees decorated with a variety of vegetables.
Texas's San Antonio Zoo welcomed a new group of Malayan flying foxes for the first time since the 1980s. Flying foxes, also known as fruit bats, are among the largest bat species in the world, weighing 2 pounds on average and with wingspans of over 5 feet. The head of the species resembles a small fox, hence the name. The Malayan flying fox is classified as endangered in the world, emphasizing the importance of their presence in zoos. In all, there are 18 of them here, 7 males and 11 females.
And finally, every dog has its day, a time to play, even if you're a police dog. This happy canine frolicked in freshly fallen snow in central Kansas this week. This footage, filmed by the Mound Ridge Police Department, shows Mika jumping to catch snowballs that the cameraman is throwing, catching snowballs instead of bad guys.